Hello, magandang araw. This is Neo and welcome for today's motorcycle feature. So right beside me is the 2019 Yamaha R3 in matte black. So for today's feature, let's go. So this is the version 2 of the R3, which is heavily inspired by its bigger brothers, yung R1 tsaka yung that time R6. Okay, a bit of disclaimer, may mga parts na napalitan na dito given its age. So napalitan na yung tires, but it's still the same size. Yung kanyang turn signals, headlight ilaw, naging siya, LED na, hindi na halogen. Tapos yung kanyang pipe, syempre aftermarket na. And yung brake pads niya napalitan na with RCV, which has a significant change sa overall feel ng braking power. So bukod doon, meron na rin siyang tail tidy. So pag umulan, good luck na lang. Okay, let's talk about specs. For its engine, meron siyang 321cc parallel twin, dual overhead cam, liquid-cooled engine. So meron siyang 6-speed na gearbox, pero hindi pa slipper and assist. So this bike produces 42 horsepower at 10,750 RPM at meron siyang 29.6 Newton meters of torque at 9,000 RPM. Spec-wise, medyo mababa siya pero you have to consider a lot of things including yung kanyang weight which is only 169 kilograms. And there's a lot more things that is balanced para sa R3. Para sa version 2, ginawa na nilang radial yung gulong which contributes a lot para sa applicability or handling ng motor na to. So this is 110 by 70. Para sa likod naman, 140 by 70 and 17 inches. Tubeless naman to from back then, so less hassle na. Another significant change is yung kanyang upside down fork that is 37 millimeters big. Tapos meron naman ditong sa likod na monoshock with preload adjustability. So para sa kanyang disc brake, meron siyang 298 millimeter disc sa harap and then meron naman 220 disc sa likod. So one of the things that is complained sa stock na R3 for the version 2 is yung kanyang mahinang brakes. But one of the fixes and the easiest ones to do is replacing the brake pads. Even though 2025 na or even 2026, wala ganong binago si Yamaha sa current na R3. It's just maraming changes dito sa harapan, pero yung frame it's still the same, the engine is still the same. They say that meron tong slipper and assist clutch, but for overall this bike is running really smoothly. Anyway, bukod doon, it has a 14-liter tank and then it has a very sporty ergonomics, which we will check right now. So for its weight, it's only 169 kilograms and then meron siyang 780 millimeters na seat height. Based sa bagong R3, mas manipis na to at mas narrow. Its seat height is 780 millimeters. So, my height is 5'6" with a 30-inch inseam and ganito ang itsura. I can just flat-foot it on one end. It has a sort of sporty feel, but in a sense na kaya mo pa rin tong pang daily or pang commute. Hindi siya ganun kasubsob, hindi nakakangalay sa braso. Like even pag mali yung posture mo, hindi ka makangalay sa motor na to. And then yung design ng tank niya, it's a sense of you can grip it very well. But of course, if meron tong grips dito, it's a lot better. Wala. For the passenger, matigas yung upuan, onti lang na yung padding. But you can feel na medyo wide naman yung upuan niya. So with that out of the way, check natin yung controls. As you can see, para siyang clip-ons, but it's actually really high. Kaya comfortable pa rin overall. So over here on the left side, you have your non-adjustable clutch lever, your passing light, high beam and low beam, turn signals, switch, and then your horn. So on the right side, you have your integrated kill switch, hazard switch, throttle, and non-adjustable na brake lever for the front. Para sa kanyang display, this is an R1 inspired digital display na may backlight. This is your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, odometer reading, time, engine temperature, and then gear indicator. And that's pretty much it. Tapos merong button dito sa bandang baba for you to cycle yung trip 1, trip 2, and then your fuel consumption. And then meron siyang estimate kung gaano pa karami ang tatakbo ng gasolina mo. Okay, for the sides, meron kang neutral indicator, meron kang turn signal indicators, tapos yung check oil, check engine, and then on the right side is your indicators as well. And then dito naman is yung kanyang high beam, pero nakapatay kasi yung motor, and then you have your ABS sensor right here. So itong nasa taas, it's actually blank. Sa pinakabagong R3, you have phone connectivity, but it's basically still the same. So it has a central air intake, pero hindi to pumupunta directly sa airbox. Nakatutok to papunta sa radiator, in which helps with cooling. Kung makikita nyo dito, ito yung butas, ito yung end niya, in which nakatutok siya sa radiator. So welcome to the ride review of the 2019 R3. So maraming salamat kay Brother Paeng sa pagpapayaram sa atin ito. It's a step up from the R15 or R15, and I can say na it's a very good purchase, lalo na ngayon sa taon na 2025 and even 2026. Yung throttle tube nito, malayo yung ikot. Yeah, very smooth ang pasok ng input mo and very forgiving. So that's another factor that you will like dito sa R3, especially if you're trying to learn how to ride. And bukod doon, it has an approachable seat height na may 780mm lang. Ganda ng tunog. Hindi siya yung usual na tunog ng parallel twin. Tapos ang gustong gusto ko pa dito is very flickable siya. Ang gaan. So sabi kasi nila dito sa version 2, hindi pa to slipper and assist clutch, pero yung clutch lever nito ang gaan lang dalhin. Ganda ng tunog kasi yung pipe niya mahaba, and I'm a fan of those types of sounds. Yung malalim, tsaka hindi siya matinis, hindi masakit sa tenga. Pero this thing can actually rev up to 12,000 RPM. Woo! Even though nasa high RPM siya, thanks to its upside down forks, nami-mute niya yung vibrations. So kahit 12,000 RPM, okay lang, hindi siya ganun kasakit sa kamay. Kaya okay lang siya. Hindi tulad ng sa Ninja 400 dahil telescopic fork, ramdam mo yung vibration kahit nasa 8,000 to ano pa lang, parang nasa 7,000 RPM pa lang. In addition to the factors na bakit maganda to, yung previous version hindi pa upside down fork, in which yung dip pag nagpepreno ka medyo malala. For this one however, dahil sa upside down fork, though hindi siya adjustable, na-fix na nila yun. It's one of the ideal things to have, lalo na if you're trying to learn how to ride a motorcycle, is yung smoothness ng motorcycle itself. Try natin all gears. So third, fourth, fifth, sixth gear. Maganda naman pasok. Though para sa height ko, ang napansin ko is yung kanya mga side mirror parang nabablock ng aking shoulders. Pero I like it kasi hindi siya super layo sa body ng motor, in which it feels compact. Pero it doesn't feel to the fact na parang ang liit ng R3. For me, ang ganda ng sizing niya, proportional. Ayan o, 4th, 5th. Tapos kahit anong RPM, happy naman siya, may response pa rin yung engine. Ako lang marami na bikes na nagamit. I really enjoy going back to smaller displacements kasi it's a bike that you can fully enjoy, lalo na sa mga city roads ng Manila na minsan traffic. Tapos at the same time, by the way, hindi siya mainit manakbo ha. Maganda yung cooling capabilities ng motor na to. Ang saya gamitin. Let's go. Though may ABS light on siya, possibly madumi lang yung ABS sensor nito, pero inform ko siya. Woo! Ayun o, ang dali yung flick around eh. It's just following you. Temperature, kahit nakikita nyo high RPM ako magpatakbo, as of now wala pa naman. Tsaka ang ganda ng tunog, nakakatuwa. Hindi siya yung conventional na parallel twin. No, ganda ng tunog. Oh. Hello. So just going back to the story, the 2019 Yamaha R3 is very ideal for the year 2025 to 2026 because first off, sa second hand market, merong price nito is like
170 to 180k. Meron pa minsan bumababa ng 150. And for that price point, diba, pag bumili ka ng bagong R1 5M, alam ko na sa 199,000 na yon. It's a very welcoming motorcycle as well, and it's a lot more fun in my opinion. It feels bulky, hindi siya super liit. Nagpatalo lang sa kanya dito is yung hindi siya pasok sa expressway with our 400cc regulations. Pero sa Amerika daw, in the prime years of the R3, bestseller siya doon. With the recent changes of the R3, yung pinaka-modern R3, halos onti lang, may charging port, yung may slipper and assist clutch daw. Of course, yung aesthetics binago. Yung display hindi pa rin TFT, kaya parang kaya that's why I'm saying na pinakasulit among the versions is itong version 2. Yung foot pegs niya bakal, pero hindi siya ma-vibrate even at a higher RPM. And amazingly, kahit kanina sa 12,000 RPM, hindi naman siya yung buzzy feeling tulad ng mga usual na parallel twin. So that's a plus for me. Yung suspension niya, it feels plush to the point na hindi naman sobrang lambot na kapag nag-hard brake ako, lulubog. Comfort, it's fine. It's like your gateway para sa super sport if you're ever planning to upgrade sa future. Ayun, it's a Revy engine, pero hindi siya ma-vibrate. Ganda, may LFA na naka-display. Tapos ayan, madali ring hanapin neutral at stop. Very luma na yung design ng switches, pero if it works, it works. May hazard switch, non-adjustable clutch lever and brake lever. Yung preno sa likod, okay naman. Tignan nyo kung gaano ka-flickable yung bike. Ang gusto ko siya clutchless shift Ayan pumapasok siya. Angas, diba? Hindi mo kailangan ng quick shifter dito. Ganun ka-smooth ang kanyang transmission. I like this bike. Kasi sa Kawasaki ko, very twitchy pa yan kasi gusto niya mas mataas na RPM. Ito hindi Ang saya ng R3. It's a very unique bike. I love this bike.
And that's it for our video for the Yamaha R3. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any other questions for the Yamaha R3, please feel free to comment down below. This is Neo. As always, ride safe and see you in the road.
Up and down on my feet, feel like I'm ascending. I've planned every step, I've seen everything, so it's no surprise I can't sleep. Get the push that I need. I've gone past the point, I'm all in. I'm really thinking that you're really gonna do it, but you never really do it like me.